Okay. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Um,
Good.
Bumper, you had 11, or I think it was 10 tackles and a half. I guess were you just really raring to go after having set out the first half, or how'd you think you played the other night?
Yes, I mean, I knew I had one half to go, or one half to play, and I was just going to give it everything I had. When I got in there, just trying to bring that energy, and just honestly excited that I got to contribute to the game with being out with the first half.
Okay, I had one more for each of you if time comes around. You know.
Trey.
Joe, that play where you jumped over the dude with the stinger splash thing, how much did that kind of set the tone with you guys? And I know you were talked about a lot about, for us, it was getting people in the frame, I guess, if you're watching on TV or but getting everybody to the pile. How important was that, and how did that set the tone?
I mean, it was big, for our defense. We got a run and hit mentality. So just to have 10 guys around the ball, when he was down, it was one of the best pitches you can ever frame.
How do you guys carry that momentum and bottle up that energy and take it to this next week to avoid any type of letdown?
I mean, we treated it as, the game is over. We won that game last week. So we're more focusing on what's coming to us this Saturday, and that's Georgia Southern.
Nate.
Yeah, I guess for both of you, I guess Bumper, take it first. Just what kind of stress does this option offense this week that Georgia Southern runs puts on your positions?
Yes, I mean, it's gonna cause us to be have to be very disciplined. I think that's something that we got to pride ourselves on this week in practice. Everyone doing their job, knowing their responsibilities. We saw them in camp. We kind of did a day on them just because it is a different style of offense, but we're very excited about it, and we got another few practices to really lock in and get it down. Tom.
Yeah, I was hoping Joe could answer that same question from Nate about just the discipline it requires against Georgia Southern.
Yeah, as for the guys on the back end, it's really gonna be about your eye discipline, making sure everyone do their job, filling the right gaps, and that's how we're gonna go about it, and that's gonna help us win the game, because they got a triple option. They do a lot of option games, so just for us to have our eyes in the right spot is going to be the biggest key for this game.
And then for both of you guys, and Joe, if you could start it, y'all have gotten a lot of praise in the last week. You're 2-0. The team hasn't started 3-0 in a while. Just, what's your take on where you guys are and what you have to do to continue on, Joe?
I mean, like Coach Pierce said, we're a blue collar chip team. So even though what happened last Saturday, we are still the same team. We're still working every day. We're still working hard because that's just the beginning for us. And we're looking forward to winning every game. And so for us to do that, we got to keep working hard.
Yeah, Bumper?
I would definitely agree. I think the biggest thing is, yes, that was such a big win for us, but we have bigger goals. And I think that was just one step in reaching those goals. And so we have to put last week away, lock into this next game because it is the most important one. And I think this team is excited about the challenge.
Scotty. Yes, for both guys, I guess could you just maybe speak to the importance of getting some of that Georgia Southern prep in, a little bit during camp, so this offense isn't all brand new this week and you're kind of having to pack it in just a few days.
Yeah, I think that's one of the honestly most important things that we did was getting to see them preview it. At the time, we thought it was so far away, but the season comes here and so quickly. So getting to see it just so familiar is huge. I feel like we know what they're doing, and just getting to have a step up on them this week. We're excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, very excited. Because it's like during this week of practice, it's not the first time we have seen the offense. Because like Bump said, we did go over during fall camp. With the game being so far away, but now that it's here, it's not hitting us off guard. We know everything that's coming, and we're still working. We still have a few days of preparation.
Yes, what was kind of the initial reaction when the coaches were like, we're going to put in some time in camp for our week 3 opponent? I mean, what was the initial thought there?
I think it was honestly cool to see just that we were building for, like I said, we have, long-term goals, and just getting to see a team that runs something differently than we'll see all year. You can tell how important it was and how important this week is for us to run it in camp. So for us, we're looking forward to this week just because we have, been preparing for it for some time.
Yeah, Bumper, you've played with Hayden Henry for a while now. I was wondering what you've thought about his start to the season and his performance against Texas.
Hayden played unbelievable versus Texas, but Hayden's been doing that all fall camp. He's such a ferocious player. He will run the ball, hit you as hard as he can. It's so great to watch and fun to watch, just as him being such a good friend of mine, and love seeing all the success he's had. And it's been a fun playing with him and Grant, just everyone kind of getting in and flying the ball.
Bob?
Hey guys, I just wanted to ask each of you about John Ridgeway. Just what kind of player do you think he is, and what do you think about how fast he came back from that appendectomy and what he has to the team? Bumper, maybe you could take that, and then Joe.
Yes, he's a tough guy. I mean, he went through that surgery, came back, acted like nothing was wrong. He's so tough, and I was excited to see him finally kind of get his paws on a quarterback, just because with us playing against our quarterbacks with the not being live, he finally got to be let loose. So getting to see that was awesome, and we're very excited to see what he can do for us the rest of the season.
Yeah, and then from my standpoint, it's amazing to see him do that because it opened up things for me on the back end. Him getting to the quarterback helped me get picks, helped all us get picks. I mean, just seeing him, I mean, like Saturday, it was one of the best things to see. I mean, if you saw, I mean, we all witnessed it, so it just shows you the contribute he is to this team.
Yeah, coming from Illinois State, an FCS team, are you guys surprised how good he is?
Not at all. You can watch him on tape, and you can just see, how well he plays and how strong he is. He's got that twitch to him, and it just correlated so well into that, into our conference and into this team.
Yeah, thoughts on that, Joe?
I mean, just like Bump said, he's a very explosive player. He moves real fast. And then he have the size as well. So, I mean, it's just like John Marshall being out there. I feel like he's the same type of player.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Trey?
Yeah, I was just curious for both guys. Anybody stand out to you, running backs, wide receivers, linemen, quarterbacks for Georgia Southern?
Yes, I mean, they have their quarterback coming back, and he's, I think, their guy that makes the offense go. So, we've been preparing for him to be in there, but any guy they have will run it well. They got good backs. They got one back who's pretty big. I think he's probably 230. So, he's a big guy that we want to get shots on. And I think the more we run to the ball and get shots on him early, the better for us it will be.
Yeah, same with Bump said. They have the second quarterback coming back in the game. He sat out the first 2 weeks. He do make that offense go. He's kind of like the guy that'll pull it more. The other quarterback, he'll give it off more, I feel like. And so, like, with the second guy coming back, I feel like that. I mean, I don't know who's going to start, but both of them are good quarterbacks.
And just going back to the fall camp where you guys worked on Georgia Southern, do you remember about how long y'all spent on them and how many days into camp y'all started doing that kind of work?
Yeah, it was, I mean, like a day or two. And then I couldn't tell you, exactly when we worked on it. But it's towards, the end of camp when we had, basically put in all of our installs and things like that.
Thanks, guys.
Last one, Tom.
Yeah, you guys are both veterans. What's it feel like, the start you gotten off to and maybe the acclaim and being a ranked team right now? How does that feel?
I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel any different right now. That win was so big, but it's, the way we come into practice, it's almost like, hey, restart. We got a new game this week. All that's great. Exciting, but we'll look back on that after the season's over and really kind of let that soak in. But, as of right now, we're really locked in on Georgia Southern and this next task we have.
Yeah, Joe, what's it like being a ranked team now?
Now I agree with Bump. We still have a lot to prove. You know, we're not letting this win make us do anything different. We're still on the same path that we've been on. And like he said, we're taking it one game at a time, and the next game is important.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, guys.